Hello everyone and welcome to my podcast. This podcast is my assessment task 1 for promoting health education at RMIT University in 2014. I will answer the inquiry asked by my peers and I will discuss in further detail about the topic. Throughout this course, my peers and I have been discussing the health issues and challenges that today's students are faced with. In this podcast in particular, I'll be discussing emotional eating and emphasizing a little bit more on the inquiry question: do students understand the link between the food they eat and how they actually really feel? But first, let's discuss some scenarios. Imagine you've had a fight with your best friend. It's a stupid fight, something you'll both get over pretty soon. But right now, you're really upset. You've come home, you've walked through those doors. Your mum notices something's not right. She stops to ask you what's wrong. How are you most likely to respond in this situation? Would you tell your mum exactly what happened and have a long and comforting conversation about it? Or would you tell her that everything is fine and just head over to the freezer for your favorite tub of chocolate ice cream? But the real question here is, can that tub of ice cream really make you feel better and fix the situation you have with your best friend? Or is it just going to make you sickeningly full? Imagine that you've had an extremely busy day and you just couldn't find time to eat. You're extremely hungry and you just can't wait to have a big meal tonight to satisfy your hunger. You have dinner reservations with your friends tonight, and on the way, someone comments on your weight and appearance. Do you still order that big meal that you've been longing to have all day? Or do you just not order anything at all? Is starving yourself really going to make you feel better, or is it just going to make you feel weak and dizzy? These are examples of emotional eating. Emotional eating is when people use food as a way to deal with their feelings instead of to satisfy hunger. And hey, we've all been there. We've all finished that whole bag of chips out of boredom and downed cookie after cookie while waiting anxiously for an exam. But when it's done a lot, and especially without realizing, emotional eating can affect weight, health, and overall well-being. Adults even suffer from emotional eating. It happens to all of us. And as adults, if we can't realize this at times and continue to keep up these bad eating habits, how can we expect children to realize that they are doing this? Parents are usually the most influential people in children's lives, so they will look to them to set an example. So if they are modeling healthy lifestyle behaviors for their child as much as they can, they are continuously encouraging their child to control their emotional eating. However, because most adults are not aware that they have emotional eating problems also, they cannot be the role models their child needs them to be in most cases. So how do we fix this? We need to teach children how to only eat when hungry, how to eat slowly, and teach them to listen to their stomach and listen to what their body is telling them. If their body is telling them it's full, they should know how to stop eating. If you have a child or student who is an emotional eater, we need to identify the reason why this child finds the need to find comfort in food. Because the reason behind this emotional eating problem could be something serious like bullying, loneliness, problems at home, low self-esteem, etc. And we need to attack the problem at hand rather than allow this child to eat their emotions away. Once the problem is identified, we can then help the child with a support group, which can consist of family, friends and teachers, or even professional support if needed. And that way we can help the child become healthier mentally, physically and emotionally. and protect the child's overall health and well-being.
Created using Powtoon.